Welcome po sa BIMS App Tutorial 16. Sa video na ito, pag-uusapan natin ang UI Access Control Management tile ng BIMS App. Ang UI Access Control Management Module ay nagsisilbing Centralized Administrative Control Center para sa role-based UI restrictions sa buong BIMS system. Sa madaling salita, dito kinokontrol kung anong pages, sections, buttons, and actions ang makikita or magagamit ng bawat user role. Sa main dashboard, makikita natin ang tile na UI Access Control Management. Kapag binuksan ito, dadalhin tayo sa UI Access Control Manager screen. Dito makikita ang section na Manage UI Access Restrictions. Ang purpose nito ay mag-set ng visibility and permissions for pages, sections, and command buttons per user role. Meron ding search box para mabilis hanapin ang restriction records by role, page, section, or command. Sa table, makikita ang records with columns such as ID, role, page, section, and action. Ang module na ito ay gumagamit ng CACE or Context-Aware Component Enforcement Architecture. This means ang access restrictions ay hindi hard-coded sa bawat module. Instead, the system loads the rules dynamically from the database. Kapag nag-login ang user, ang system ay kumukuha ng user role. Then, CACE retrieves the UI restriction rules connected to that role. Habang naglo-load ang page, automatically ay ini-enforce ng system kung aling controls ang allowed, view-only, or hidden. This is very important because BIMS has many modules. Instead na maglagay ng separate role-checking logic sa bawat page, the system uses one centralized access control manager. May tatlong finalized access modes ang module na ito. First is full access, where allowed equals 1. This means normal, unrestricted interaction. Second is view only, where allowed equals 2. In this mode, the element remains visible and readable, but interaction is disabled. For example, buttons may be disabled, and editing or saving may be blocked. Third is hidden, where allowed equals 0. This means the element becomes inaccessible or invisible to the user. The module also supports different restriction levels. Level 1 is for page level restriction. Level 2 is for section level restriction. Level 4 is for command or button level restriction. It also supports combined bitmask values. For example, 3 means page plus section. 5 means page plus command. 6 means section plus command. And 7 means page plus section plus command. This gives administrators flexible control over how restrictions are applied across the system. Another important feature is dynamic targeting. The system primarily targets front-end elements using data marker attributes. If needed, it may also use standard HTML IDs as fallback. This makes the enforcement more compatible with dynamically generated page elements. The module is also connected to the BIMS project dictionary through the BIMS project registry table. This registry stores the definitions of pages, sections, and command buttons. Without registry entries, restrictions cannot be properly configured or enforced. For view-only enforcement, the elements remain visible but locked. Buttons become disabled. Editing and destructive actions are blocked, and visual indicators such as reduced opacity or lock styling may appear. Sa right side, makikita ang UI Access Control Manager Overview Help Panel. Dito ipinapaliwanag kung ano ang ginagawa ng module, ang core purpose, what can be controlled, CACE enforcement architecture, access modes, restriction levels, dynamic targeting, dictionary integration, and important reminders. The most important reminder is that this module directly affects system-wide UI security and operational workflows. Incorrect restriction settings may unintentionally block users from critical functions. In summary, ang UI Access Control Management Tile ay one of the most important security modules of BIMS. It controls role-specific front-end behavior, standardizes restriction enforcement, supports dynamic UI security, and reduces the need for hard-coded access logic in individual modules. Sa future how-to tutorials, pag-aaralan natin ang detailed steps tulad ng paano mag-configure ng access rules, paano mag-set ng full access, view-only, or hidden mode, paano gamitin ang page, section, and command-level restrictions, and paano i-check kung tama ang CACE enforcement. For now, ito muna ang overview ng UI Access Control Management Tile.